Did you know over 700,000 people die of suicide each year? On March 25th, 2019, I lost my cousin to suicide. It was one of the worst days of my life. I still remember my mom getting the phone call and not even being able to speak and tell me what happened. That's why I make it my mission to help others and inform them about this topic. Globally, suicide is a serious problem, and people need to be informed about the research and prevention of suicide. The research behind suicide prevention, considering cultural and behavior factors, whom you're talking to, and where they came from, will help talking to people who need it the most. Knowing their sex and age is very beneficial to how mature they are, what influences they might have had, and how they behave. Knowing their sexuality can show the trauma they might have been through and how they have a hard time fitting in. Youth suicide rates increase with age, but not only that, males are more likely to commit suicide than females. Bisexual youth were associated with significantly more suicide factors and less productive factors, along with elevated rates both ideation and attempts compared to heterosexual and other sexualities. As you can see from what I have said before, age and sex does matter when doing your research behind suicide. Now, since you know the information behind suicide, behavior, and cultural factors, let's talk a little bit about suicide methods. The most common methods are firearms, hanging, suffocation, and self-poisoning. But in the recent years, the trend has partially attributed to the increase of suicide, hangings, and suffocation. Although suicide rates have increased in both males and females, the most noticeably is from females ages 10 through 14. Knowing these factors should help with suicide prevention and intervention, which is my next topic. Effective suicide prevention and intervention in schools. Teaching children when they are young so it'll stick with them in their future. There are 3 steps to this: prevention, early identification, and response. Teaching children healthy coping strategies and life skills is a great way to prepare them for the future, and this is a part of prevention. Identification of at-risk students is a major factor in any comprehensive suicide prevention program. Importantly, asking students about suicidal thoughts does not increase the stress or cause harm to any interested or increased suicide ideation or behavior. Students who are at risk for suicide need to undergo more in-depth assessments of suicide risk and be engaged with caregivers and receive evidence based on their cultural appropriate care. For example, schools should consider various cultures of their students and families when identifying effective, meaningful interventions to these children to support the help of healthy coping strategies and life skills. Schools need to show healthy, transparent relationships between the staff members and the students. So if any student needed somewhere to go, they could trust a staff member. Knowing these skills and methods of prevention is a very valuable information that you might need in the future. In conclusion, there is no doubt in my mind that suicide is a serious problem all over the world. And now you know the research behind suicide prevention and how effective prevention and intervention are in schools. Just remember the 700,000 people who die each year. Now you have knowledge and information to possibly help them. Thank you.